I just really hope that like whoever's watching this, like I really hope you say, all it takes is to say yes to yourself, and just that yes will lead you, like will probably change your life in 8 weeks, because it definitely changed mine.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited that today we will be talking with Nikki, who is going to be sharing her experience with the Be the One Accelerator program. This is my 8-week accelerator to really stand out in a crowded dating world and build the confidence, mindset, and toolkit to really create an amazing relationship that lasts. So I'm so excited for Nikki to be here, and let's jump right in. So what challenges or frustrations were you experiencing in your dating life before joining the accelerator?
Okay. So my challenges for like the dating life was that I felt like a lot of men were pretty much like they would stereotype me, especially me being like an Asian American woman. I felt that a lot of men thought that I was like very submissive and that I wasn't a very vocal person. And then when they started like going out and meeting with me, getting to know me more, I really struggled with the limiting belief or the thought of, oh, like maybe I'm too intimidating, or that they thought that like I'm too vocal. And some of them have even like actually like some of them have even said, oh, you're too vocal, you're too intimidating. So it was more of like the limiting belief of like me, that there was something wrong with me. I also thought like with my struggles of dating was that I thought I was always too picky and that I had a lot of high standards. But then like being part of the accelerator program like made me like, it helped me change like my mindset and my thought process, that that I'm not picky. I just have standards for myself and I have boundaries. So that was like the positive aspect of like the accelerate program, is like being able to change your mindset, and being okay that if you have high standards or you're considered picky, you're not, you just have boundaries and you know what you want in the dating world.
And what inspired you to join the accelerator?
What inspired me was participating on your Eventbrite. What really attracted me was you teaching us how to visualize. And it's not just about visualizing your ideal partner, but being able to visualize yourself and like confidence building. You like what I love about the accelerator program, that it's very I'm trying to find a word, but it can be applied to other different aspects of your life. So even if you're not ready for dating yet, even though the program is mainly for attracting your ideal partner, a lot of the tools from the program can be applied to, like confidence booster for yourself, or like even if you want to visualize like your goals in like, in a professional setting, like a lot of the tools can be it's it has a lot of multi uses, not just in one specific area.
Yeah, I love that. And I feel like most of the tools and the visualization can be really applied out to any area of life. So it has this nice
Mhm.
trickle effect out where it like builds everything rises up.
Yeah.
And I think you said before we got on camera that there was a core moment of your summer during that process. And I'd love for you to share what that was.
Yes,
And
of course.
right.
Of course. So I think it was the second or the third day, we did like a visualization exercise of like we were talking about limiting beliefs and going over of like, what was one of the things that made you kind of feel like you're not good enough. And um as you were like leading the session and like guiding us, i remember I remember I was going through a really tough point in my life where the person I was dating before would say a lot of like said that I was a very toxic person, and I really held on to a limiting belief because I was I was very emotionally invested in that person. And when someone says something really mean to you like that, it can, like, words are really tough. So like it really stuck on to me in the back of my mind, where it would hold me back in many different like situations where where I could have I could have been more authentic with myself, but because I was so afraid of being so toxic or just being something that I really believed what my ex said, that really limited me. So you were helping us visualize like the scene, and what really connected me to my past self at that particular scene was, you helped me remember a lot of like the vulnerability and how emotional I was. Like you helped us lead the conversation of what would you say to yourself if, now that you're in a better place, you're in your best version of yourself, like what advice would you give to your old self? I said I love you to myself, and I've never actually said I love you to myself before. I've always said to so many people, but I've never actually said that to myself, and that really resonated with me, to making me realize that, like, wow, like I need to do a lot more self-love. And that's when like I knew that, like, okay, like I loved your guided meditation so much that like I really wanted to join and learn more about like the tools that you had to offer for us.
Were there any other breakthroughs or moments throughout the container that you were like, it was like a breakthrough moment or an impactful moment that you got out of it?
I remember when you did another guided meditation, and I think we were also doing limiting beliefs. And it made me realize that a lot of things weren't my fault, and that it was just the circumstance of, the cards were being given of where we were at that particular moment. Like it was a breakthrough where it made me realize that I have to be very particular about, like, who I should give my energies to. And like I think another thing too was that you helped me realize that like energies are very important. Like I follow you on Instagram as well. Like you, like the consistency that I see with like your reels and your posts, and even with your program as well, is like it's about energies, and how are you handling that present moment, how are you talking to people, and energies, and giving them out and taking it in. Like that helped me realize that like I had to be very mindful. That's the way I had to be very mindful. The best part about how you like helped me go through that was that I am in control of who I can talk to, who I can accept and not accept from. So that was like another breakthrough as well, was like a lot of realizations of like friends and people I choose, and like energies, and then the control of that energy. Another breakthrough too, that your program helped me a lot, was that we're actually, like, humans overall, human beings, we actually have a lot more control than we're being taught that we have. And I really wish I knew that. If I knew what I knew now, and then going back in time, I think I would have been a lot more confident and more self assured with myself.
I know that's amazing. And I feel like, because so often society teaches you you're actually not in control, right? We have to depend on other people or the situation and things like that, when you actually do have a lot of control.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about the community piece of it too, and like the other women in the group and what your experience was like feeling?
Oh, yes.
that relief?
So whenever I shared something that that I thought I was the only one going through that, um, other ladies would actually, like turn off their like mic mute and actually connect with me and say, "Oh, Nikki, like I definitely understand how you feel about that. Like I still, like, me, with me being like 25, I still was able to connect with the other woman, and we were able to understand each other, the frustrations, and just kind of like reassuring each other. I think the one thing that I really enjoyed about like the community aspect of the program was that it was so nice and refreshing. That's the word, refreshing. It's so refreshing to see that other women also struggled with some of the things that I was struggling through, that I thought I was like going through by myself, and that wasn't the case. So I love that like we would always like reassure each other and then build each other up. It wasn't just listening to you, being quiet, and leaving. It was actually very engaging. Like it was a community of people where they wanted to work on something, whether it's like obviously like the dating aspect, but also learning certain things about themselves and then being able to connect with each other about that. I would definitely 100% recommend this program to anybody that needs a little bit of a confidence booster. Of yes, the program is mainly for dating, and even if you're not ready for dating, but you're kind of ready for the thought of dating, this program would still be ideal for you because you're given the tools. The best part of it is that it's recorded. So even if you want to go back to some of the things that you want to like that you need a review over or you need guidance over, like you can still go back to it and still rewatch the program. And um another, like I said earlier, like it's like the tools that you're given, it's not just meant for dating. Like if you want to use it for your like confidence booster or self-healing, self-love, or even if you want to do it for something more like um more towards like a professional mindset, or like a professional like career or something, or a goal that you're trying to specifically work on, like those tools can be used and be applied to those different aspects of it. So it's not just meant for one area, or like those tools can be applied to like different areas of your life that you want to work on.
I'm so glad to hear that because that's definitely my intention. Because I feel like all of life is kind of interconnected. So you can't
Yeah.
necessarily generally like segment only one piece of it. It's all connected.
Yeah.
Um, and if anyone is watching this and they're like on the fence about joining, what would you tell them?
I mean, I was also on the fence, right? I was on the fence because of the financial piece of it. But um if you have a little tickling inside of you to say like you're investing in yourself, right? Like this, like if you just take out the financial piece out of it and say, this program would be helpful for me because of X, Y, and Z, like you should join. You should definitely sign up for the program, because at the end of the day it's about investing in yourself. And these tools, it's these are like the main, like the tools that you're given. Like it's not one of those, all right, like as I get older I'm not going to need it. You're still going to need it because it's going to be part of who you are. And it interconnects, like it interconnects with like your values, your character, and like those tools, like they're going to be like your main focal points that like you'll need in your life. So it's all about like investing in yourself. So the tools you're being given will be so helpful for you. So I recommend it to anybody. For me, like it also improves like my relationships with people. And that I've been like it just helps my relationships with people, and just like with my mom, like my mom and I, we didn't really have a good relationship. And then just like joining the program and like given the tools, like life and just everything, like this summer, it has been filled with so much abundance. And like honestly, if I didn't join your program, I probably would have had a different outlook and perspective of everything.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Yeah, I feel like I know it's like it's focused on dating, but it's also like any relationship. And like I love
Yeah.
what you were saying, like you can use this stuff for the rest of your life. So it is that investment in yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to share before we wrap up?
I just really hope that like whoever's watching this, like I really hope you say, all it takes is to say yes to yourself, and just that yes will lead you, like will probably change your life in 8 weeks, because it definitely changed mine. It definitely changed mine. If honestly, I'm really happy that I saw your Eventbrite event. Like I'm just really happy that I saw that, because if I didn't see that, I probably wouldn't have the tools that I have now to discover like some of the things I want to discover. And it's just thank you. That's like thank you. I'm really grateful and happy that you're here, and that like you were given the tools to help, to not only help yourself grow, but then being able to share that with us. I'm really appreciative, and I'm really grateful that like the program, and like you as an individual. I'm really happy, and thank you for helping me discover some things about myself, but also helping me discover and offer like the tools that I'm capable of using, that I have control, and being able to incorporate that into my like daily lives. Thank you so much.